I'm Chris Lawrence with your top stories in North Texas. When it comes to nightlife, Deep Ellum is one of the most popular areas of Dallas. But a security guard was killed in a shooting Wednesday and 5 others wounded. Richard Solomon shows us what's being done to prevent something like this from happening again.
Deep Ellum is known for its nightlife, but last night, that energy was shattered by violence. There were 2 separate shootings. 1 person died and 5 others were injured. And it's left people who live and work in this area just wanting the violence to stop.
You don't hear all this stuff going on in Lower Greenville, Bishop Arts, downtown.
Jay Sanchez has called Deep Ellum home for several years. And hearing the news about another shooting in the neighborhood sadly isn't shocking anymore.
Why did they choose this area to cause all these problems?
But this time, it hit closer.
A lot of police lights. I thought it was a car accident. I didn't think it was a shooting.
But Dallas police say they responded to not 1, but 2 separate shootings just blocks away from each other last night.
It's kind of sad because this is a beautiful neighborhood, a lot of history here.
Police say the first shooting happened at 10:30 along Commerce Street. There, officers found multiple people shot, but none with life-threatening injuries, and the suspect ran before police got there. Moments later, they got a separate call about a shooting just a block away on Elm Street. Police say there, 23-year-old Detorius Tarver got into a fight inside a business. Officers say a security guard, 26-year-old Joseph Gray, was trying to break up the fight when Tarver shot him. He was arrested on scene and is charged with murder.
It's a day of profound sadness.
Stephanie Keller-Hudeberg is the executive director of Deep Ellum Foundation, who says their security team responded within seconds. It's all a part of an expanded and recently updated security plan that includes more officers and surveillance cameras.
What we're really looking to advance is policy change, including an entertainment permit for areas like ours across the city.
Police say they are still trying to figure out why these shootings happened. The residents like Sanchez want something simpler, just for the violence to stop. In Deep Ellum, I'm Richard Solomon.
A Korean community is still in shock after police say a man killed 2 business associates and shot 3 others. As Mitty Hicks reports, it's a tight-knit group in Carrollton where many of them know each other.
It is very shocked.
Flowers here at the Korean Association of Dallas. It's a memorial for the victims in Tuesday's deadly shooting in Carrollton.
It's a so sad story that we have here.
It's a day of mourning.
This hits too close to home.
And confusion among a tight-knit Korean community. Many are trying to figure out why a business meeting turned into the unimaginable.
It's shocking. It's being desensitized. There's so much crimes out there. But this community, this thing never happened in the history of a Korean community in this level.
Carrollton police aren't releasing much about the victims because they're notifying their families first. In the meantime, police charged 69-year-old Song-ho Han with capital murder and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
We are all emotionally connected to the community and to ties to these people. And almost everybody knows everyone that was involved.
The area where the shooting happened looks much different than Tuesday, but only some businesses have reopened. Others are waiting for the gas to be turned back on. In a statement to WFAA, Atmos Energy said, quote, first responders suspended natural gas service to all shopping center tenants as a precautionary measure. While they work to restore energy, this community is working to restore unity.
We will work together, support one another, and move forward.
In Carrollton, I'm Mitty Hicks.
We're hearing from the civilian officer who was shot in the eye while taking a burglary report for the Fort Worth PD.
Oh, gosh, what the was that?
Get down, get over here. Come here.
He just described the moment that he was shot and told Scoop Jefferson what it means for his immediate future.
I had a follow-up yesterday, and they're evaluating the eye, and I got a follow-up tomorrow.
In the middle of treatment for an eye injury.
Minimal pain, so the treatments, the medications is helping.
Community Response Unit Specialist Edward Zapata talks about the chaotic day. He took a report about a burglary from a Fort Worth homeowner on Juliet Lane. It happened on April 28th. This is his body cam video showing him falling to the ground, the homeowner with him.
Got up. She had dropped her wallet, so I picked that up as well. That's where I found her, hiding behind the trash cans.
Despite blood dripping from his left eye,
I got you.
Zapata put the homeowner first. Video shows him getting her to safety.
Okay, be careful. Take your stuff. The whole time she was shielded by me to get over that fence, and That's all I was focused on.
Other body cam video shows responding officers exchanging gunfire with 39-year-old Angel Cantu, who got away. Eventually arrested for aggravated assault on a public servant. Zapata got a hero's welcome from co-workers leaving the hospital. CRU specialists are trained to assist police by taking reports, doing traffic control, and more. Zapata on the job just 2 weeks when the shooting happened.
I like putting on a uniform. I like serving.
Hopes to return to work
Serve the community, help the community.
after he recovers.
Anything we can do to help the police officers.
In Fort Worth, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
We'll certainly be praying for his recovery. You know, Dallas has seen its share of severe weather recently, and after weathering the spring storms, some eaglets are ready to spread their wings. As Luke Clary reports, city officials have a warning about the nest at White Rock Lake.
At White Rock Lake, the cameras aren't pointed at the skyline, they're pointed at a nest. Nick and Nora, one of the most watched couples in Dallas. The bald eagles have been striking poses and drawing crowds since they showed up in 2021.
A love affair, maybe borderline obsession.
Chris Giblin is one of the photographers who's followed them from the start.
Bald eagles here at White Rock Lake in Dallas, Texas. Okay, we got to check that out.
People call them Nick and Nora, but this week, Dallas officials say their 3 eaglets need the attention. The young birds are entering a stage wildlife experts call branching. That means they're getting ready to fly, and Brett Johnson says that can look a little rough.
What'll end up happening is, to be blunt, they will probably fall out of the tree.
That may sound scary, but Johnson says it's normal. The eaglets are learning, and for a while, they won't have much control.
They could crash land anywhere.
Anywhere, yeah.
This developmental rite of passage is ill-timed. The birds will be learning to fly with limited control at a time when families will be crowding this area to celebrate Mother's Day weekend.
So the city is closing this playground, putting up barricades to block nearby car traffic and setting a perimeter around the tree. Walkers and cyclists can still get through, but the city is asking them to slow down. Photographers can still come too, but officials say everyone needs to give the eaglets space.
But one big thing we'll be asking is when they are starting to fly and then they're on the ground, do not approach the eaglets when they're on the ground. Just stay away from them.
They may be local celebrities, but they're still wild animals.
So how do people and eagles coexist?
Down here, we coexist well, and you know, again, it's their territory. We take their cues from them.
At White Rock Lake, the best way to watch the show is from a distance. In Dallas, I'm Luke Clary.
Yeah, we're pretty fortunate that they've chosen East Dallas to make their home. And those are your headlines from North Texas.